Cristiano Ronaldo is more than a footballer, he is a phenomenon shaped by obsession, perfected by discipline, and fueled by a drive that refuses to fade. When the Champions League anthem plays, something awakens inside him, something fierce, something electric, something historic. Every era has had great players, unforgettable talents, and magical moments, but Cristiano Ronaldo's relationship with the Champions League stands in a league of its own. This competition isn't just a stage for him, it is his kingdom, his playground, the place where he carved his immortality. Over the years, he has delivered goals of every shape, speed, and difficulty, headers that defy physics, volleys that explode from impossible angles, tap-ins created from relentless positioning, solo runs, long-range screamers, and legendary bicycle kicks. His top 20 Champions League goals don't just represent a highlight reel, they represent a story of evolution, ambition, and a man who refuses to be ordinary. From the early days at Manchester United, Ronaldo's hunger was visible but untamed. He was a winger who loved stepovers, a speedster who dazzled crowds, a young star still learning the art of efficiency. But even then, the Champions League brought out the best in him. His powerful header against Roma in 2008, launched from so far out it hardly seemed possible, announced the arrival of a new force in European football. That season ended with his famous final goal against Chelsea, where he rose above everyone to meet a cross with his trademark hang time, a skill fans would later see perfected during his Real Madrid years. That goal was more than just a strike, it was a glimpse into the player he would become, determined, dominant, and decisive on the biggest nights. When he moved to Real Madrid, everything changed. The talent became a machine. The flair became precision. The potential turned into records. Madrid didn't just give Ronaldo a stage, it gave him a platform to build a legacy so monumental that it reshaped the Champions League record books forever. Among these unforgettable moments is his ferocious long-range strike against Porto in 2009, a goal so powerful and clean that UEFA later named it the best goal of that season. It wasn't just the distance, it was the confidence, the technique, and the audacity to shoot when others would hesitate. That shot flew like a missile, and the world realized this was no ordinary player, this was someone capable of redefining what greatness looked like. Then came the hat tricks. Ronaldo's top 20 Champions League goals would not be complete without mentioning nights when he single-handedly carried Real Madrid forward. His breathtaking performance against Wolfsburg in 2016, where he overturned a 2-0 deficit with a hat-trick, featured 2 goals of pure striker instinct and a free kick that squeezed through the narrowest space imaginable. That match wasn't just about goals, it was about leadership, pressure, and the belief that as long as Ronaldo was on the pitch, the impossible was always within reach. He became the man teams feared. He became the player fans trusted. He became the heartbeat of Real Madrid's Champions League dynasty. Of course, no top 20 list can exist without the overhead kicks. His bicycle kick against Juventus in the 2017-18 season remains one of the most iconic goals in football history, not just of the Champions League, but of the entire sport. A moment of pure athletic perfection, executed with elegance and precision. Even Juventus fans stood up and applauded, recognizing that they had witnessed something truly special. That goal transcended football rivalry. It became a symbol of excellence, replayed endlessly, admired universally. Ronaldo described it as one of his favorite goals ever, and for many fans, it remains the masterpiece of his Champions League catalogue. But the beauty of Ronaldo's Champions League goals isn't just in their aesthetics, it's in the meaning behind them. His late header against Atletico Madrid in the 2014 final saved Real Madrid from defeat and opened the floodgates for La Decima, the club's long-awaited 10th European title. That goal was pure Ronaldo, rising above defenders, powering a header past the goalkeeper, making the biggest difference when every second mattered. It showed his mentality, his physical dominance, and his ability to seize the moment when history was on the line. The same can be said about his goals against Bayern Munich, Borussia Dortmund, Schalke, PSG, and countless others. Ronaldo's Champions League highlight reel is filled with goals that turned matches, goals that broke records, and goals that shattered opponents' hopes. His powerful solo run against Galatasaray, his unstoppable headers against teams whose defenders couldn't outjump him, and his precise finishes created from tight spaces, each one contributes to the legend. He scored with his left foot, right foot, head, chest, volleys, and bicycle kicks. He scored inside the box, outside the box, in counterattacks, set pieces, and moments of chaos. His versatility is unmatched. His consistency is extraordinary. His hunger is endless. Even after leaving Real Madrid, Ronaldo continued to deliver Champions League magic. At Juventus, he produced another unforgettable hat-trick, this time against Atletico Madrid in 2019. With Juventus facing elimination, Ronaldo once again stepped up, scoring 2 trademark headers and a pressure-filled penalty that completed the comeback. The stadium erupted, the world watched in disbelief, and critics were silenced once more. That night proved that age is just a number for Cristiano Ronaldo, a man whose ambition burns brighter than ever. What truly separates Ronaldo from others is not just the goals, but the mindset that produces them. While many players slow down with age, Ronaldo adapted. He evolved from a fast, tricky winger into a world-class finishing machine. He refined his movements inside the box, perfected his timing, strengthened his aerial game, and mastered the art of positioning. Every goal in his Champions League top 20 list reflects hundreds of hours of training, repetition, and resilience. That is why his highlights feel so powerful, because they represent more than talent. They represent work, sacrifice, and the commitment to becoming the greatest. Fans worldwide admire Ronaldo for many reasons: his confidence, his athleticism, his leadership, but his Champions League performances remain his crown jewel. He holds the record for most goals in the competition, most knockout stage goals, and most finals scored in. These are not mere statistics, they are proof of dominance across nearly 2 decades. They show how he embraced pressure, how he thrived in hostile stadiums, and how he lifted his teams when everything was on the line. The Champions League anthem may be the same for every player, but when it plays for Ronaldo, it feels different, as if the stage belongs to him, as if the spotlight was designed to follow him. His top 20 Champions League goals capture this journey in its purest form. Each goal tells a story: the rise of a young talent, the transformation into a global superstar, the reign as the greatest goal scorer the competition has ever seen, and the longevity of a legend who continues to inspire millions. Watching these goals is not just entertainment, it is witnessing the evolution of a football icon. Cristiano Ronaldo's relentlessness has defined his career. His desire to push boundaries, to silence doubts, and to keep scoring spectacular goals at ages when most players retire is what makes him extraordinary. He is not slowing down. He is not stepping back. He continues to deliver moments that remind us why football is a beautiful game, because one player can elevate it beyond sport and into artistry. When you watch his top 20 Champions League goals, you're not just watching finishes. You're watching history. You're watching heart, hunger, and a legacy built one unbelievable strike at a time. And as long as Cristiano Ronaldo continues to step onto the Champions League stage, the world will watch, waiting for the next masterpiece, the next unstoppable moment, the next reason to believe that greatness has no limits. So sit back, enjoy the magic, and remember to hit subscribe to never miss a video from the Ballon Story Sport YouTube channel. Because with Cristiano Ronaldo, every game has the potential to deliver something unforgettable. Every minute could create a moment that will be talked about for generations. And every goal is another chapter in the legend of the greatest Champions League goal scorer of all time.